Hi there and welcome to Story Time with Uncle Bill, and today's story is the first two times I went to the hole. It was Nueces County Jail, Corpus Christie, Texas. The year was 99, February 1st. To be honest with you, man, I was having a real bad problem, and it's a problem that you probably wouldn't think you would have. And I didn't know it because you don't think about it, but I was having nocturnal emissions, and if you don't know what that is, I was having wet dreams. I was literally waking up, coming on myself. What I call it sticky draws, and I wasn't the only one. I was 20 February, so I was 21 at the time. I was getting ready to turn 22 in April, and man, I had it like happen 5 or 6 times. And one of the things you might not understand is that, like, when you're in county jail, they don't issue you boxers and stuff. Whatever you have on, or there anyway, whatever you have on is what you had. And some stuff they didn't even let you keep. So if you had some real fancy box, something, you went naked. You was naked underneath your orange jumpsuit. And but they did wash those orange jumpsuits, in the way they would do it. You know, you'd line up, and you know there was somebody that had all these jumpsuits, and you had to get naked or down to your boxers and hand them the dirty ones, and then put them all in this hamper, and then you put a new one on, and that's how you did it. So, but if they don't clean your boxers and shit, so you had to take them to. There's no washing machine or anything like that. You had to take them to the sink or to the shower. And this place is open to people. There's 6 toilets, just toilets, and 6 shower. I mean, there's nothing blocking nothing. They're all open with phones on either side, and it's just no privacy, man. And that's one of the things when you locked up, you're gonna find out you value being able to shut the door when you use the bathroom, or just a million things you're gonna find out by getting in trouble, while you think you're having fun or getting away with something, and you're not. You're eventually going to get caught. Do something positive other than what you're doing. Try it. It's not so bad. Everybody else is doing fine with it. So, man, that's what was happening though. So I had to go clean my drawers and shit, and I just had enough of it, because it really wasn't, you got to handle business. That's the only way. You build up. And like, I'm a pretty sexual dude, and I'm not gonna be having sex with a dude, So I literally, folks, this is how I got sent to the hole the first time. I asked the guard to be sent to the hole so I could go handle business, because I just can't take coming in my drawers anymore, man. It's just getting aggravating. It's sticky, it's nasty, it's just too much. And I'm thinking, if I go do this, everything was cool, and he was like, no, I can't do it. That's not really, the hole is for solitary, for confinement. It's really made for punishments, or if you're scared, and you don't want to be hurt or anything, it's a safety place. So, but what he said was, if I did something to get in trouble, he could do it. So I cussed him out of Spanish, probably said all the words wrong and shit. And he's like, okay, that's good enough, Tchaikovsky. Pack your shit up, you're going to the hole. And the hole was different than what I had imagined. A lot different, because it was actually in a pod. It was in another pod, and all the inmates could come up to the door. So that's not what solitary confinement is, but that was my solitary confinement experience. And I went in there, and I probably hit the man up probably about 5 times, people. I ain't even lying, 5 times, probably like a day and a half. He said it was a mandatory, like the lowest I could stay there was for 3 days, and I don't give a shit. Like, for 3 days, I'm gonna be having a party up in there. Call them prison dates and shit. There's all kind of weird names. I've handling business, and I thought I needed to do that. Turns out that didn't really help that much, because I'm gonna be honest with you folks, I probably hit him up probably about 12 times in that day and a half. Do you know what happened? I mean, the disappointment. I mean, straight up, people. As soon as they came and got me, caught me off guard. I mean, like, I'm still thinking I got, it said like it was a Friday. I'm not getting out till Monday. It's like Saturday night or something. I ain't even been there that long. But I'm well satisfied. I'm thinking everything's cool now, and I can't remember. I think it's just like right before I get sentenced. It's like right before I get sentenced. I haven't been sentenced yet. And I get it out of hole. I go back to the 60 guys that I was in the dorm with, the pod, whatever you want to call it, and they're laughing at me, because I had to do that shit in front of everybody. I did that in the middle of everybody. Like, yo, man, I need to go to the whole. Because I would tell them, that's a small community. I mean, you did. Some of the people they call you family and shit because you might be the only family they got. That's why I mean, you talking to these people all the time. And I had cigarettes and didn't know how to roll, but I've been smoking weed forever. So I had one dude. That's what he did. He just rolled cigarettes and I give him cigarettes. And they're laughing. How'd everything go, man? You get everything come out all right? Yeah. That night I had a wet dream. Woke up with it would be the last time I'd ever have one that I could remember. Crazy, man. I just was so. I was like, "This is gonna happen the whole time. This is what it's gonna be." I even asked the doctor about it one time. When the next time I think I had got sick or something, and I was like, "Yo, man, I keep having wet dreams. This shit, what's it all about?" It's just sometimes it happens like that. You gotta just go with it. I mean, you're not gonna die. And I was like, okay, that's what's up. And then the second time I went to hole was worse, and it was after I got sentenced, and I had a lawyer's visit, and they told me that they got a letter saying I was buried somewhere, and they need to put me in protective custody. So we'll start from there. So they taking me back to the cell. I'm still shackled and shit. I got to get all my stuff. And the guard walks me down to the hole. And this looks like the hole, folks. It's just a hallway. It's dark as shit. And there's cells. And you can see a small window in the tray slot. And this is what I thought the hole. This is what my whole life I thought the whole solitary confinement. I didn't even know it was called a hole. Was. And puts me in the cell, and when you walk in you see the bunk right here, and then my sink and toilet was right there, and then right here was my shower. It had a shower in it, so that was cool. Like, you don't have to be moved. So I would come to find out later on that some holes had the shower that was separate due to the water situations. Is often inmates would clog the toilets or the shower stalls and leave the water running, so it would flood the deck, the tier, or their cell, and cause, really all they're going to do is have to mop the water up, but it's some kind of havoc. And mind you, folks, I'm not trying to do none of this stuff. I'm just trying to do my time and go home. That's all I want to do. So I really don't think I deserve to be in a hole. I didn't do anything to deserve to be in a hole. You came to me after I'm sentenced telling me you found, like, the letter told you I was buried, and now I got to go to the hole for my protection. The guard comes in with my stuff, and they got to look through your things. They pat you down all the time. And if they feel like you got anything on you, they're going to strip search you all the time. You got to do your tongue, move your hair, your armpits, and your stomach, and lift your balls, spread your butt. Let's see butthole. Cough, see if something falls out. Because somebody's already done this a million times, and they're not going to think you no different. Everybody's trying to get over everybody on there, folks. This is jail and prison. I don't give a damn how good of a guy you are, how good of a woman you are. It doesn't matter. You got in trouble, and the only thing they think of is you gonna get over on them. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, because you got in trouble. Now, if you keep getting in trouble, this is what happens. He takes my deodorant and he shakes it. It's like Old Spice. It's just and a lot of people, because it's a container and you can manipulate it and all kind of things. It's one of the first any kind of container that you can hide something in. That's just what's gonna happen. They're gonna search everything. They're gonna throw your shit all over the room on a shakedown, and that's a form of punishment. A shakedown is a form of punishment. Because they could do it anytime they want to. They could take your shit and throw it around and look for contraband that you don't have. But they can always say you got it. So keep getting in trouble. That's what you do. So he takes my deodorant and he puts it over the damn sink. And I think something's in here, and he starts smashing it up right over my sink, and it's going all in the sink, all in the sink. I don't think nothing of this neither. Other than, damn, that deodorant cost $2.50. And I ain't had no money, people. I ain't had no money, and I needed that. You know, personal hygiene products. When you first get to jail, let's say you don't have any money, I'm gonna help you out. They give you a little toothbrush, it's a little toothpaste. It's about this big too. Now it's not a lot. And a little deodorant, and it's like some alcohol roll-on shit. When you put it on, it stings, and it's going. If you have on white t-shirt, it leaves that yellow underneath your armpits. Give you a little pencil, maybe a couple envelopes and stamps, and that's how you're gonna start off. And the first thing you need to get is deodorant. So, to give you a little bar soap, maybe a little shampoo too. The little things like you get at the motels. The other stuff you got to get on commissary. And it's jacked up, you know what I mean? They're going to make their money. But he takes my deodorant, dumps it out in the sink, and tries to push it down. And takes my baby powder and stuff, opens up all my food and shit. Like I got in trouble. I didn't get in no trouble. I mean, it's everywhere, people. My shit is just everywhere. You won't find nothing. I don't have anything. I was like, the whole time telling him, I don't got nothing. He said, yeah, I don't trust you. So he leaves, locks the door, and I hear, hey man, what's up? What you in here for? And I was like, man, I ain't even sure. But what y'all in here for? Yeah, I stabbed somebody. I beat somebody's ass. Legitimate reasons for being a holder. There was 3 other dudes down there with me. And this is where you learn, this is where you see how inventive people become. So if you was lucky, maybe one of them had, like what happened was the guys in there had books and I didn't. And the only way I could get those books is you had to be lucky enough for the guard to pass it. And you go check the book and everything. And they don't have to do that. They don't have to do that at all. But I was lucky enough he did, and that was cool. There's always different cars. Every 12 hours there's different cars. And a couple of them did, so I got to read some books. My sink was clogged. I never, for 2 weeks, they never even looked at it. And what made him, I forgot, damn. So the shower is a push button, and when you push it in, the water comes out, and it's slowly coming out. And when it comes all the way out, the water stops. It's normally the same pressure consistency the whole time. Let's just say it's like on a 20-second, 30-second timer. So that's what when you push it in, 1, 2, 3, 20 seconds, okay, then you got to push it again. And that's all you got to do, keep pushing it. You can push it as many times as you want. Mine literally trickled down the wall. Like not even came off the wall. It trickled down the wall, and I couldn't even like take bird bath showers because I couldn't use the sink because it was clogged. Like every day I need to, it would just go down a little bit, like that I could occasionally wash my hands because I couldn't even wash them. I mean, it was bad, people. I would literally push the button and put my hand up to the thing and get some water and just try to throw it on me like this. It would take hours. Just think about it. I'm a big dude. This is stupid. Every time, at least, so there's 3 meals a day, and then one time they would let you make a phone call a day. Maybe twice if you was lucky, like once in the morning, once in the evening. And it'd be go through the little slot door. You don't even get out or anything. They have a portable phone that comes out of nowhere, and they hand the phone to you, and then they dial the number, and then you get 15 minutes. Maybe 2 times a day. We'll give them 2 times a day. But I never got to take a shower, man. I mean, it was, and I would complain every time. You know, like, hey, I'm not asking for special privileges. I could hear other people taking showers. I could hear that. Just like there was a little desk that was mounted to the wall, had a little seat, and on that desk, it had a checkerboard or chessboard, and there was numbers on each one, and from the previous people, there was like little square things that had king, queen, bishop, knight, and you play chess like that. And I would, hey, what color you want to be? Put the board up the way it is. Okay, move my rook to L4, and you make sure it matches and just move it. All right, well, take my queen and move it to. And I'm playing the dude 4 doors down. I never met these dudes. They ain't even no reason to really tell names and shit, because you don't see them. If I ever saw them dudes again, the only way I know is by their voice. Because I played every one of them. You know, you got to imagine that we're all we got. We don't even see each other. This is it. It was, but it wasn't that bad. It sucked. It sucked because it plays on you. Man, people, it plays on you. And I never really had, I got stories like this, you know, because that water situation, it's I think I like to take a lot of showers. I don't mind being clean at all. And this really, it's like somebody told them, hey man, just cut the water off on this dude, and let's see how long he could take it. Because it ain't really shit. It just bothered me mentally. He got me in my head, and that's if you think about it, that's what they're always trying to break it down. You don't want to be broke down. You want to be around positive people that are trying to build you up every day. That's what you need to look for, because when you're dealing with drugs and addiction and doing wrong, that's negative shit. And that negative shit already plays on your mind. It plays on your people. It affects your life, man. And you know, if you ever think doing the right thing is wrong, you should probably talk to somebody, because it's a mindset. And I had that mindset, people. I had it. Like I'm not supposed to have nothing, and I'm destined to go to prison, and the hell with everybody else. You know, the FTW, fuck the world. Why would you say that? The world is a great place of people, and there's just some bad, it's not even bad people, it's just bad thinking, man. You ever heard, man, he's such a great guy, he just keeps doing stupid shit. It's mindset. And the hole is the one place on earth, people, if you could think about any place that you would like to be, the hole is the last place. I'm talking about the last place, and you're not in control of whether you go there or not. You're not in control of anything when you're being locked up, and that's one of the things. That's why I'm making these videos. I'm pointing this shit out. This is one of those scenarios where, I'm asking you, did I do anything wrong? I didn't ask them for their protection. You know what I mean? They decided they wanted to protect me. And do you know what happened when my time came up? The United States Marshals came in, and that's when you know when your time's up at the place that you're at. The United States Marshals comes in, they strip you down, pat you down, strip you down, check your balls in your butt and your mouth again, shackle you again. So I'm like, well, what kind of protective custody do they got to do now? No protective custody. General population all over again. I said, so you mean to tell me I just spent 2 weeks in the hole to go right back into main society, like the threat is gone? Yep. See, you just, what now, do I need to watch my back? Because I know I don't. Do you think, see, like what I think was they used a lie to try to get me to tell or something. And sure it didn't work, but it got my attention on what they could do. Because you ain't thinking about it, because I didn't think about it. I thought I knew what the hell I was talking about. I thought I knew what it was like to pay for what I did, pay for my crime, my debt to society, and they threw the monkey wrench in. So if you don't think it won't happen, you go ahead and keep getting in trouble. Or you could choose the day to make, today is a good day to do the right thing by you and everybody else. Give yourself a chance, man. Because the hole could be your house. You're locked up. You're locked up when you can't freely do what it is because you're doing wrong. You can't tell anybody, hey, you know what I did today? I had to do such and such and such to get such and such. Ain't that how the story always goes? I had to steal, I had to rob, I had to lie, I had to cheat, I had to beg, I had to borrow. That's a hole, man. Get out of the hole. Do better today. And that's the story for today. And if you like it, hit the like button. Share if you can. Subscribe if you haven't. I got more stories to come. Until then, man, y'all have a good day. Stay safe. Peace.